Hey there folks, welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB and I'm so glad you could be back with me this Tuesday morning. Today we're going to be using a soap by Heritage Hill Shape Company. This is Continental. Now I want to mention they did send me this soap to try out for free, so please take that into consideration. I always disclose when a soap company sends me something, so you can take that into consideration if you want to, but honestly, we take the same approach regardless. So anyway, Continental by Heritage Hill Shape Company is a very nice tangerine and menthol scent. It's very simple, it's to the point, and I actually like a lot of scents like that. They're just straightforward. Excellent summer scent. Scent strength for this, for me, about 5.5 to 6, I want to say. Somewhere around medium, maybe a hair over. You get tangerine, you get menthol. It's sort of reminiscent of Sterling Satsuma, if you've tried that scent. And one of the things I want to mention, watch Doug Bear's video if you haven't seen it. He was using a Heritage Hill soap, but Heritage Hill gives 5% of their purchases to hiddenbattles.org, which treats veterans, first responders, nurses, and professionals who experience trauma and so forth on the job. And so for mental illness and all sorts of things, really nice charity. So 5% of your money goes to that charity. So please keep that in mind. This is $19.99 for 6 ounces, $3.33 per ounce on our cost scale, which is definitely a fair price. Let's go ahead and get started so we don't make this a super long video. We'll start misting. I am going to use my pre-shave, my PAA pre-shave cube today, just because I've used Heritage Hill before. It's a really good value soap, in my opinion. And so I know I'm not going to have any performance issues. A lot of times when I use a soap for the first time, I won't use a pre-shave because I just want to try the soap. But we'll use this today, not that we need it. This does make a rather creamy lather. Let me roll in a photo there for you. And I'll also tell you a little bit about the ingredients. The ingredients here, some of the ingredients that you're interested in: shea butter, coconut butter, avocado oil, which leads, I think it really helps with that creamy consistency of lather, again, as you saw in that photo. And I've used Heritage Hill once before. I did enjoy it. The funny thing about this was I saw Ken Surfs using the soap, and I was getting ready to buy it, and I got a message from Heritage Hill that they had sent it. So would I buy this soap with my own money? Yes, I would. I love the scent. I think it's a terrific value. I appreciate the charity that they're supporting. So all signs are on the up. I didn't even talk about the razor I'm going to use today. Maybe I might want to mention that. The razor we're using today, this is straight razor shave, I believe, 45. Been straight razor shaving a little over 2 months now. This is the WH Worley and Sons Clover brand, which David Gonzalez sent to me. And I've been trying to clean it up a little bit. And let's go ahead and get going, as to not make this an all-day video. The edge on here was from Stephen Davidson, who recently stopped making content. He had announced that he was leaving the hobby, and then he came back for a little bit, and then I think I saw yesterday or the day before that he's decided to hang it up again. And so what I always say about those things are, I hope you will leave the door open, to come back, Stephen, if you're watching. I've seen a lot of folks recently, making announcements that they're going to leave and then they come back. So I hope this is the case for Steve, because he has some good content. He's been doing it for a long time, and, we can use all the advocates we can get, as far as I'm concerned. I think everybody adds something to our hobby. And so we hope Stephen will return soon, and we wish him all the best while he's on hiatus. I'm just going to call it hiatus. He says he's leaving for good, but I'm just going to call it a temporary hiatus. I've seen at least 3 or 4 channels recently hang it up, and then within a week or two, they come back, and sometimes within the same day. So, my suggestion would be, don't announce you're going to hang it up. Just sort of maybe announce you're going to take a break. And then that way you can just come on back if you want to or need to. Or just feel like it. And it's not a big deal. When you announce you're leaving, sort of gets people wound up, you know? So take a break. I've taken many breaks over the years, and sometimes you have to. You get burnt out. So by the way, the soap here is very good. I'm getting some good menthol cooling in it, which is cool. And the razor edge is nice. I've been using heavier razors lately, so when I go back to one like this, it feels like I have to muscle it just a little bit. I love barber's notch designs in these straights. That's just my favorite design. I love it. Hope everyone is doing well. A couple of channels I want to mention today because we want to get back on mentioning these new channels. So one that I've seen I saw 3 mentions, like within the last couple of days. I'm going to mention it too because I like it, is Carlito Shaves. Carlito Shaves from Puerto Rico. Excellent voice. His voice sort of reminds me of the actor, I can't think of his name off the top of my head. The actor from No Country for Old Men. Remember that guy? Terrific actor. I can't think of his name. His voice, it's deep and resonating. Kind of reminds me of that. And so I like Carlito's channel. He's new. He only has been doing it a few weeks, maybe a month. I can't recall. But I checked out one of his videos the other day for the first time because I heard Marion the Barbarian mention him. I was like, oh yeah, I like him. So that's the first channel I want to mention. The next channel I want to mention is an old friend from way back. Some of you old schoolers will know him from the forums. It is Tasty. I hope I'm saying that right. Brito. And his channel, I'm not going to try to pronounce it, but the first part is Tasty. I will write it on the screen right there. And I'm linking these channels below. So go check them out. Tasty. I've called him over the years Tasty most times. And then I ask him and he's like, no, it's Tasty. Almost sounds like tasty, but it's like tasty. Something like that. So I hope I'm getting that right, Tasty. Anyway, great channel. He kind of reminds me of a better looking Yul Brynner. Like he looks great with the bald head. Great guy. He was an early adopter of synthetic brushes. Back in the day where everybody was trashing synthetics. He was an early adopter of the Plasson, speaking of its virtues, along with myself and Busta and a handful of other people. But he was definitely one of those early adopters. So I invite you to go over his channel and give him a sub. He has definitely paid his dues. He has been in this hobby for a long time. At least 7 years, I want to say. I've seen him in the forums for years and on Facebook. He's also a bit of a hobbyist photographer, I think. I see some great photos of his on Instagram. And so that is the second channel, excuse me. Getting tongue twisted already. That's not a good sign. Maybe the menthol is causing me to be tongue twisted. Anyway, really nice channel that I hope you will go check out. He is one of those guys that's, in terms of the hobby, he's definitely paid his dues. He's been doing it a long time. So please give him a sub. Tasty. Excellent guy. Good photographer. Just good all around. And last but not least, a gentleman who just recently returned from India. Actually, he made a video recently where he had gone to India. And I don't know if he was going to India to visit his folks or on business. But he went to India and then the Rona broke out. And he got stuck and he couldn't come back to the U.S. So he only recently made it back to the U.S. And his name is Nate number 4 Shaving. Nate 4 Shaving. And he watches my channel and comments on it now and again. So thank you very much, Nate. Again, recently returned from India after being... He had not intended to stay, but he ended up staying, I think, for a couple of months. So welcome back, Nate. Nate for Shaving, another excellent hobbyist. And I like this sort of, although Puerto Rico's in the United States, we're getting a little international flavor here. Wonder why we haven't made Puerto Rico a state. Isn't it time, don't you think? What do you think about that, Carlito? I mean, seems to me it's still U.S. territory. It should be a state. I don't know. I don't know why they haven't. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me that it's not. But then again, I don't understand all the ramifications of doing so. So anyway, 3 awesome channels. Two of the gents. I'm not sure how long Nate has been doing it, but Carlito's pretty new to video making. Lots of menthol in this soap. So if you want menthol, you're going to get some cooling. I'm definitely feeling some good cooling here. I haven't really talked much about the soap. I think the guys at Heritage Hill, really nice guys. And, you know, the 4th of July is coming up. Maybe you want a patriotic shave, so Continental will definitely hit the spot. Nice tangerine scent. You know me. I love these orange, lemon, lime, tangerine, yuzu. You know, all that stuff's in my wheelhouse. I just love it. And so it's nice to... Sorry about bumping the camera there. It's nice to be using a soap that just has those phenomenal ingredients that I really love. It just smells great. And I'm going to be following this shave up, by the way, with peaches and cognac. I had a head shave this morning and I put that on and woo, is that good? Like, it's really good. And it's gonna, I know this is tangerine, this soap, and that's peach, but trust me, I used this soap for my head shave this morning. It was brilliant. Got some nice cooling going. And so the peach and cognac is even better in terms of the scent than the peach and cognac soap by Ariana and Evans. This is an Ariana and Evans brush, which I love. I love these long handle brushes, especially if you're a painter and you bowl lather. Just really helps. Let's hydrate this a little bit more. Good quality soap here. So answering the question, which is generally what we seek to answer, can you buy from Heritage Hill with confidence? Yes. And I'm pretty sure I read that they have a satisfaction guarantee on their website. So that's pretty cool. I think these folks are going to take care of you if you do business with them. So if you're interested, go check them out. And of course, I will link their website below. Get yourself some Heritage Hill for Independence Day. Patriotic sort of theme going there. Okay, let's wipe that down a little bit and rinse that off. Let's wipe a little bit of this off the shirt. We don't need that. Thanks everybody for, once again, for joining me. I didn't mean to go down quite that far. Got lather falling off there. There we go. That's good enough. I really appreciate you joining me. It truly means a lot. Let's do another. By the way, on my neck, for those of you who are still with me at 14 minutes, the hair on my neck grows this way. So I do 1 downward pass and 2 upward. I'm going to cross, not against, but across the grain on every pass, because that's what works best for me. Going against the grain on my neck, which would be that way, is no good. That usually results in irritation, weepers, creepers, and mess. Mess that I don't want. So, if your face doesn't like something, don't do it. You have to listen when your face talks, and it will talk to you, believe me. It'll go, I don't like that, stop doing it. And when it does, you should listen. That's the #1 tip I can give you. Listen to your face. Okay, there we go. All right, let's rinse that off. And we'll get a quick across the grain on the cheeks here. Man, I'm really looking forward to using this Ariana and Evans Peach and Cognac on the face. Again, we used it on the dome this morning. It was great. And my wife got up and she was like, boy, you smell good. I was like, doggone right I do. This is good stuff. Sneaky Pete was not playing with his peaches and cognac, I'm telling you. And, boy, I'm really enjoying the heck out of this tangerine and menthol, too. Really nice cooling, so good amount of menthol. But you're still getting plenty of the tangerine scent, so if you were worried about the menthol totally being so strong that you can't smell the tangerine, that is not the case. But there's a good bit in here. It's definitely chilled, like it says on the label. Very nice. Did you all see Doug Bear? He gave that tip about, I can't remember how he did it. Anyway, about, I'm going to have to go back and watch, but he made an excellent tip about going back and reapplying lather with the lather that's on the blade, but I don't remember how he did it. So I need to really keep Doug Bear on bookmark because he makes great videos. I'll link his channel below too. Why the heck not? Man, oh man, this was a nice shave. Very, very, very nice. Very nice. All right, let us rinse. We'll wipe things down here and then we'll come back and get into the post. Stay tuned. All right, back with our Lancaster towel here. Fantastic. Just wicking that moisture away. You see it every day. I love it. Lancaster, let's hit ourselves with some magic made by witches. Thayer's Witch Hazel here. And ball guys, don't forget, hit the dome, that good stuff, be it aftershave, be it whatever you're using. Rub that in real quick. That was an excellent shave. So the razor today was the W.H. Morley and Brothers Clover brand. I don't know if you can see that. There, maybe. Which I got from So Sharp David. Thank you, David. The soap, really good, nice value soap. Good performer, good lather, smelled great, had some good cooling in it. This is Continental from Heritage Hill. Really, really nice. Thank you, Heritage Hill. We used the Ariana and Evans brush, which I absolutely love. Fantastic. And we're going to close this baby out with the peaches and cognac. And one of the tips I want to give, which I saw DK give recently, which I've also given in years past, is if you're concerned about the label, pour it out the back and not down the front. So if you're worried that it might ruin the label, pour it out the back. That's what I do. We're going to get out a few drops here. This is a very milky looking aftershave. Oh, it's running down my forearm. Oh man. Woo-wee. That is the stuff right there. I'm going to tell you. It's so good, I must go for a second round. So again, we're going to just pour a few drops out of the back. And sometimes what I'll do is just, I do like that just to make sure anything that's running down. Oh, whew. I can't describe how good that is. If you love the scent of peaches and you don't mind sweet scents, this stuff is phenomenal. If you love tangerines, check out the soap too. Just these soaps for me are just so uplifting, and the aftershave bright. I mean, it's to me so much better than those dark, earthy, like put you in the mood of dark, dreary, gray. We want bright stuff, you know, we want to be uplifted and have energy and feel alive. I do anyway. Thanks so much for watching. I've been your host, CDB, and I'm reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way, and God bless.